back again. This time I'm doing a beautiful green set for you. So this was a brand new fresh set we did for May this time. So I've already done all my cuticle work and preparation, and I've applied my thin clear base on my forms, took off the forms, filed them nice and sharp and crisp into shape, a rough shape, not perfect, just rough. It's ready to pop on the design, and first of all I'm coming in with Black Beauty on the pinky. Now I'm doing two marbles in this design on the ring finger and the forefinger. First off I've come in with Sia. No, I lie. First off I came in with Serene Green just to do the cuticle area, get a bit of colour in there. Then I've come in with a mix of, I've dipped into the white and then dipped into Sia on these two, and I'm just slowly trailing down and creating a marble bit by bit. Work small beads, bead by bead, until you get the effect that you want, and just keep adding in the colour where you think it's most appropriate. Now the parts that I add in that are blue, I'm using Bubblegum, and I'm also using Black Beauty in some parts as well, where I double dip. So I dip into the Bubblegum blue and then just a smidge of black, so it just gives me a little bit of shading on the blue areas. So I wasn't quite happy with the amount that I had of the green, so I've gone back into Sia and back into Serene Green and the white to make sure I finish off the marble first, and then we'll come back in again with Bubblegum and Black Beauty to create the shaded parts. And you'll see when I do the line work, you'll see as to why I've put them in specific areas. I'm also making sure when I'm doing the blue parts that I'm doing them really watery, just so I get like more of a transparency to it rather than a block colour. And for the middle finger I'm using a glitter from Smiley's Glitter Store. It is called Chameleon, and it shifts as you turn it in the light. It shifts from green to blue, so it just fit perfect with this set. Small bead of clear on my brush and then dip into the glitter, pick up quite a fair bit of glitter and then just slowly spread it around, pat it around. It's so I'm not using too much acrylic and I'm not making it thick. It's still nice and thin, but there's plenty of glitter on there to make it nice and compact. Coming in on the forefinger now with the second marble, and I've come in with Sia and white, double dip into the white and then into Sia, and trailed that down, and then come in with a little bit of Serene Green to add that in between, and so on and so forth until I fill up the nail, just like I did with the first marble. Also going to be adding in the Bubblegum and Black double dip to create the blue area blends on it as well. Remember to use really small beads and really wet beads. Make sure that you can just drag it around and not have a full block colour, that you will see transparent parts of it. too much opacity will just ruin the effect. Before I've started to come in capping, I'm just making sure that the colours have dried off just a little bit, so I'm not going to drag them and smear them across the nail. And before I can continue with any more of the design, I make sure that all of the nails are capped and ready with the right structure and apex in clear before I let them dry to continue to the next stage. Remember, when you're capping glitter, to make sure that it's all gone matte, and that shows you that you've capped them all in and you're not going to file anything away when you do your finish filing at the end. And when you finish capping all these, make sure they're nice and dry, and then do your shaping, your finish filing ready for the artwork. I'm now in with a line work, and I'm using a gel paint for this one. I sometimes find it easier to work with gel paint for when I'm doing a design that can essentially go wrong in places. So I know if I don't get it right first time, I can just wipe it off, go back and redo the parts that I did get right, and then pop them into the lamp, so then I know when I come to do the other parts, if I do make an error, I'm not going to wipe off the whole design. So it has its uses. So as you can see, the first parts that I've outlined are the parts that are the blue, because I want to make it as though those, how can I explain? It's like there's veins going through the marble, and the black is emphasising the blue areas first. Look, see, I'm going up, and then I'm coming back down and coming around that blue area first. Make sure I've got those areas done first, and then fill in the lines of veins in between. When you're happy with all your lines, don't forget to fully cure them before you move on. So my phone decided to stop recording before I noticed, so I've left this clip in to show you on this middle nail with the glitter. I've just framed it with the black gel, and I've also done the gold on top of the veins, the black veins of the marbles. Then I'm coming in to do the chrome nail, so I'm doing a top coat. It's a non-tacky top coat, remember, with chromes. Get that coat on, get it cured, come back out while it's still warm, get the first chrome up at the top, make sure it's in, it's covered all of that area, brush away any leftovers, and then come in with the second chrome, fill that all in all the way down the nail, and then with the excess left on the tip of my magic pen, I come back in here, look, I've wiped it off here, and then I'm coming back in and just lightly blending them in the top part of it. because I'm putting on Swarovskis as well, it's just a single Swarovski at the cuticle of the forefinger, middle finger and ring finger. So what I've done is I've put on a tiny little blob of hard gel, what I use to stick my gems in, and then I'm coming in with my top coat to go over it to make sure that when it's cured there's no like residue left over, what you usually get from hard gel or a tacky gel. And then I'm going to place in the Swarovskis, and then they're all done. Everything's top coated. Make sure you've done the chrome. Make sure you double top coat the chrome as well to make sure that you haven't missed any areas. It really is just to make sure that you've not missed like the sides or the unders or the parts. Anything that you've missed will just wash off. So you want to make sure that you've got them all before you cure. Now I'm going to pop on the Swarovskis before she puts her hand in the lamp to cure. So as always, my beauties, thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Any ideas on what I should do next? Drop a comment below. Follow me on social media. Hey, subscribe to my channel too, don't forget. And I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta!